I'm David Cordish, and I'm chairman of the Cordish Company.
And I'm Joe Weinberg, and I'm president of the Cordish Companies.
First of all, thank you very much for inviting us tonight to make this presentation. And it's an honor to be here, and we hope that we'll be back many times in the future. The Cordish Company was founded over 100 years ago, almost 102 years ago, by my grandfather, Lewis, as a real estate development company, headquartered in Baltimore, Maryland. It's still headquartered in Baltimore, Maryland. And my three sons, who are all in the business, are the fourth generation. So after my grandfather, my dad was active full-time until he was 93 years old. I took over as chairman about 30 years ago. And as I indicated, the fourth generation is moving up behind me. That's John, Blake, and Reed are my three sons. Joe and I have been partners for 30 years, and his brother, who's with us, is with me one more year than Joe, 31 years. So we like to think that we've been around a while, and that when we develop for the long term. We don't hit and run. We stay with projects. We've had many of our projects for 50, 60, 70, 40 years counting. As I indicated, we started as purely a real estate development company, and we build hotels, we have shopping centers, we have office buildings, we have residential. Those are the four categories in our commercial real estate company. Some years ago, about 35, 40 years ago, we started a second division which specializes in entertainment type of concepts. And we do live performance, we do high-end restaurants, we do jazz, we do comedy. If it comes under the rubric of entertainment, we've done it. And so in effect, we become our own tenant in certain instances. And that led us into our third division, which is casinos. And for us, that's relatively new. It's only about 25 years old. And Joe heads up that division, among other things. And it was a natural outgrowth of the real estate, which we knew how to build, and the fact that casinos are another form of entertainment. And we're pretty good at that. We have over 10,000 employees in that division of the company. And the same thing happens in casinos. They're operating businesses. They're very different than real estate. And it makes us fairly unique in the realm of people who specialize in real estate development. We partner with some of the biggest in the country. We're partners with Simon Development, we're partners with Taubman, partners with Lefrak in New York. And when you're in the real estate side, you do not have thousands and thousands of employees normally. But when you're on the operating side, in our entertainment division we are, and then again in casinos, which are operating businesses, hotels, which are operating businesses. Now, as most of you probably know, but I'll make sure I'm going to take a second to do so, the state of Massachusetts legalized gambling several years ago, and they did it in a very precise, measured way. And they programmed, in the statute, 3 mega casinos, and where they would go and where the competition would be for those 3 mega casinos. I'm mentioning it to you because that is not what we're proposing for here. That's not the competition that we're in. But it's important that you understand the distinction. So the eastern Boston, in particular region, has a competition for a mega casino. They're talking about investments of $1 billion+. And they will have full live table games as well as slot machines. In the west, in the Springfield area, is another competition. And there are 4 casinos competing for that license. and again, it'll be $1 billion plus mega casino. In the south, the southern part of the state, is the third mega license. That one's originally slated in the law to go to an Indian tribe if the tribe acts in a timely fashion, and if they don't, then it will go out to commercial operators. From our perspective, we are in a competition for what is called a slots-only casino. And it's a little bit of a misnomer because we also have electronic table games, so it's not merely slots. You can play poker or blackjack or roulette or other games, but they're played electronically without live dealers. And in that category, unlike the first three categories that I've mentioned, there'll only be one license, and it can go anywhere in the state. You're not restricted to competing in one category.
These are some images of the Maryland Live facility. This facility opened as a slots-only facility. So you can see the level of finish and quality in this facility. This is much larger than the facility we're talking about here in the city. However, the level of finish and quality will be the same, if not higher here. More images of Maryland Live. These are some of the dining amenities within the facility. This is the Prime Rib Steakhouse, which is one of the highest end steakhouses in the entire Mid-Atlantic region. Again, you can see the kind of the quality of the finishes and build out. The legislation provides that the Category 2 or slots license, that there be a minimum capital investment of $125 million into the facility, with a maximum number of slot machines of 1,250. The tax rate on the slot facility is 49%, almost double what it is for the full casino license. Now zero in a little bit on what our plans are for the facility here. We've acquired in the process of acquiring a 16-plus acre site off of Jungle Road. Access, of course, is off of 190 to 117 to Jungle Road. Closer up of the facility, located near the Walmart. You see the project is located with tremendous access off of the highway, and we'll talk a little bit about the access and the traffic conditions a little later. The facility will be approximately 120,000 square feet. The first phase will include the gaming floor with 1,250 slots, 3 restaurants, an entertainment venue that will hold a capacity of 300 to 400 people for live music events, approximately 1,100 parking spaces, and again, $125 million investment. So if you kind of look at what the investment is per square foot in this facility, it's approximately $1,000 per square foot, which will provide for a very, very high level of finish comparable to any of the major new casinos anywhere.